Hey, yo, chat, you know what it is? Every life is legendary here, guys, because of you, because of your comment, because of your interaction, just because of you guys. You know, this life is just an excuse for me to come here and to chat with you and to talk with you. Like, usually, I'm coming with some subject, in mind, and we debrief that subject. It could be like about like content creation. It could be the subject about about life in general. It could be about like motivation. It could be about sport. It could be how to like I don't know like how to get subscriber. It could be a lot of stuff. So sometimes like I'm bringing like the subjects like from the chat. Someone like asking me a question or anything like that. Responding to him like based on like based on his like question, or on his opinion. We debrief like a subject, so it could be a lot of stuff. So for me, like I can be like just creating a long format video selfishly and like post that video and like just expressing myself, and that's it. So and a lot of tricky stuff here on the live stream, because like sometimes I created like a little family here, and we were chatting all together, and it seemed like you know like other person were like shame on like getting like between us and something like that. I don't know, like I don't know. That's why like I'm saying to you, it's a little bit tricky. Hey Yashi, good morning. How are you doing? Hey, you are the hero. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much. So kind. Thank you so much. How was your day, my friend? It's 10 morning here. How about you? Hey Timothy. Good morning, Timothy. Yeah, it's for like it's like for the light. Yeah. Yeah, it's afternoon. Okay. Yeah. Much love to you. Much love to you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Yashi. How's your little brother? He's doing good. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, he's sleeping. Yeah, yeah. He have, some. Yeah, yeah. It's the yeah. Thank God, because at that age, they don't like want to listen in certain way. We need to really know how to speak with them. I don't argue anymore. Actually, they don't. They need to think. The way they are perceiving. Like I simply know I don't like argue or like they don't even like enter my mind. Yeah, I became that guy. Yeah, we say that. Yeah, Timothy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I um to work on that a lot. Thank you so much. You deserve a lot of love. You too. You deserve a lot of love because you showed me love like from the first time, and we had like an adventure all together. And like I love you to create content in the future, and meeting up all together like as content creator. Who knows, Yashi. So I will love that for you also, and to stay with us like on when in let's pursuing of hitting that goal of like maybe 100 subscriber or something like that. So yeah, like I'm fixed my that goal for myself, and I know that like it's for the long term. This YouTube thing, it's for the long term. Like I can be in on TikTok and I have an audience out there also, and like I can, being gifted out there, and like for the short term is like is very very fast, but like here on YouTube is for the long term. So like you could thank you Sweet and Spice, thank you so much. So you create like a long format video, it gets proposed like after years and years and years, so it's never dies. So that's a beautiful thing about YouTube. It's not like other platform. That's the beauty of it. And for the live stream, instead, like for the person who are like pursuing this goal of like hitting the challenge of like being monetized, because now you can be monetized just being like for like having like 1,000 subscriber and 4,000 like watch hour and 10 million views or 10 million views in 90 days. So one or another, 4,000 watch hour or like 10 million views in 90 days. And like I get the wrong metric. Me, like I was pursuing the wrong metric because like I was like trying to get 10 million views in 90 days, and like I got to strike at that time. So I didn't catch it the time, and it's like it's a lot of work, because like for like just like having like from one video, like one short format video, like 10K views or 20K views, or it's difficult. You need to push harder in term of volume or in term of like quantity, not quality. Not even like talking about quality is like for the long format. So for like the person who are allowed to get the the monetization right and like faster than I was like doing, is that pursuing those watch hour, and those watch hour even with the long format, it's difficult to get views in a long format, because the maximum in your first you're gonna get like 5 views, and it's very very discouraging, very very discouraging, to get like 5 views on like a long format video that you created a vlog or anything like that, and to get this amount of views. And now I get it why I was having like this amount of like views, because it's about the volume, it's about the quantity. So if you post like 5 times a day long format every day, in that way you can get like a lot of views, and after that you can improve about the quality. I'm not saying that the quality is not good for like the content. Of course, one quality video can be, but like I'm just saying like the volume also play a big role, so so it's about that, yeah. And that's why like the right metric is to pursuing that, you know with the live stream, you get those watch hour as like the long format, because the long format are very very difficult, to because you need to create a vlog, or to do something like that, and you need to do that a lot. And with the live stream, you can just like press record, talk to the people, or talk to a subject that you want to talk about. And it's very very easy, because you just need to get your first 15 subscriber, and you go live like without any, if you have like a subject in mind that you want to talk talk about, or you can just like fix the phone on your TV and play video games and enjoy that time, and respond to the comments. It could be like, it could be that, it could be a lot of stuff. So I don't know that like we are not having like ideas how to like live stream or anything like that. It depends, on the day. Sometimes, I'm speaking about a specific subject and like I'm staying for 1 hour. I'm speaking about that subject, and like at the same time, like the people who are like watching me, like they connect with that subject, and like we speak all together. And sometimes I'm not, they're speaking about like other stuff, and like I'm keep going with whatever I want to talk about, because like this live gonna be proposed and it's gonna be recorded, and like the chat now, like it's not gonna be recorded, because like when it's gonna be proposed, like it's gonna be proposed as me like talking to the camera, and like so for me, to stay here silent, to not talk, because a lot of people I know, they are coming here in the chat and they are wondering, like they wrote to me a comment and I'm not responding, for instance, and they think that like I'm like having an ego or anything like that. But like this live gonna be proposed after, and like it's gonna be proposed raw like that, without like the without the chat. So it's gonna be proposed as me like talking to the camera. So that's why like I love to talk about like some subject in a way, when like I know that like some people want to talk about something serious. I never denied like a comment where the comment is saying something very, very serious to me, a question or an opinion, a good opinion or something like that. Like I will never deny something like that, But like if someone like is speaking shit, and like me, like I need to talk about my talk, I will advise you to do either, because like if you have like something in mind, because this life is gonna be proposed after, and for the watch hours to get your watch hour, or for getting if you are monetized, for getting your live stream monetized, and like for having like all of those views, and especially if they gonna seeing you like talking to the same people over and over, and like having discussion with them, they gonna think that it's private between each of you, so they don't gonna come and watch, they don't gonna come and interact or talk to you at so that's like what I'm saying. And like even the chat, they're gonna speak now, but like after, when I'm gonna like end the live, and I'm not gonna delete the live, of course, because I need those watch hours. So the live gonna be proposed as me talking to the camera. So that's why like I'm debriefing subjects, I talk about like a lot of subjects, stuff like that. So my point is that like it's good also to play video games, and like to chat with the stream. I love doing that. I love responding to only to comment, and I love to talk to the camera, and to express myself about subject that like deserve the attention of every person, because like this subject like have a lot of sense. I'm seeing from the chat, sometimes I'm debriefing that, because like I'm seeing person like talking about the importance of like the nature, or I'm seeing other person talking about that there is a lot of pollution, stuff like that. So okay, those stuff are political, or I don't know, and I'm seeing some person talking about this and that, so from all those comments, like I'm trying to come with a subject. And like what I noticed, like from like me, like from the time of me like doing this live stream, I noticed that like a lot of person are getting like bullied. That's the first thing that is come to my mind, because like when I was like doing my first live stream, a lot of them were talking about like being bullied in the school. Well, like they were talking about that, and like a lot of other person were talking about, also like they want to pursue something, you know, they want to pursue. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you so much. They want to pursue something, meaningful, and but like the opinion of other people is like stopping them, and that's also like very very common. And like maybe seeing someone who's also like, thank you so much, who's also seeing himself like as like that like he don't have time anymore for doing this thing, because like now he's educating his like his son, and like stuff like that. So even from myself, so I'm taking it like that, like I'm not having like all the answer, because who am I, like I'm just like a guy, I'm just your bro, I'm a pastry chef, and like I'm a content creator here. I'm a parent. I have a lot of stories about like my all my life, so I can share, just share some stories about my life, and from that, people can take the wisdom, and people can avoid the bad that I was doing, and people can like do the good maybe that I was doing, hopefully, that I was doing, because we need this balance, because like there is no one who is perfect. No one in this earth walked in this earth and was a perfect, perfect human being in every aspect. There is no such a thing. There is no such a thing. Everyone was, doing something bad, some mistake. But like it is okay. But like life is for that. Life is for improvement. Life is about like being today being good than yesterday, like just with that 1%, I learned that from Jordan Peterson, and a lot of a lot of person were like talking about like having a big vision, and hitting a big goal. And Jordan Peterson, like the doctor Jordan Peterson, was like taking it like that, those baby step, like just cleaning your room, just maybe you need to start by cleaning your toilet. That was crazy, because like you see like the level of humbleness that we need to apply sometimes in our life, for our life to change, for our life to get better. And that's that's make you happy more than make that can be making you sad, because like when you know that you like you really really harmed your health, and all your life is screw up, and you miss it, all your school years, stuff like that, and you discover that you still have the chance to improve, you still have the chance to bounce back to maybe greater than you were dreaming about. That's making me happy, that's making you happy. And like the right time to start is maybe now, is maybe tomorrow, but like we don't need to forget about that. And the craziest thing is that like you need to understand that we are human being, we forget, we all the time forget. That's why we have a reminder, that's why we have all of those like beep, reminder on our phone, notification. That's why we have notification. If we didn't forget, or we have like all everything memorized and we forget about nothing, we don't need those notification on the app, or we need like, because like that's why we need reminders. When you see someone like, when you see like, if you see like the domain of motivation and those motivational speeches, stuff like that, why they are working so well, because like people need that. It's not just a boost of motivation, a fuel or something like that. It's a reminder. because as human being we forget. Like me, like having problem in my heart, as me, like I need to follow some protocol, like eating healthy, going for a long walk, and it's not a joke for me at all, because if like I'm not doing those stuff, I will be dead. That's it. That's the outcome. So if like sometimes I'm forgetting myself, and someone in around me in my family is saying to me, uh, yo, bro, like you need to take your medication, you need, to go for a long walk, you need to take care of your head. It's just me who forget all about that, and like I need this reminder, because like if I don't have this reminder, I will be lost. I will be lost, So that's it. That's why we have those reminder. That's why, like, the area of motivation, the area of like this, like, all of those stuff, all of those books, self-help book, why, people are buying those book, and why people are burdening themselves, going to seminar and stuff like that, because like they know they need to be reminded. And the person who are not, the person who are not like smarter enough to understand that, and they take all of those stuff to a joke, they can be right also. We need to have fun in this day, in this, in this world. We need to have fun. We don't need to take like life very, very seriously, but like at the same time, you want to end up, unhealthy. You want to end up, not doing anything for your life, for your future, for your kid, for, I don't know, for your finance. You want to stay lazy, and like don't doing anything. Like for me, like I'm not saying like, that like you need to be rich, or you need to like be the like the first, like, I don't know, the world champion. I'm not even saying about those stuff. I'm talking about, just like providing for yourself. Like sometimes you are forgetting even to take care of our health. That's a primary thing, because your health is your wealth. I was like, having a lot of issue in my health, and yeah, like, I had a heart attack, and like it's been like just like 2 years that I had this heart attack, and it was so painful. I never thought that like a heart attack is like that, that you feel your bone getting destroyed from the inside, and your heart like is starting to pumping like so fast that he's going under your chest and stuff like that. I never thought that like all this sensation, and I was swinging. I never thought that it's so painful, to go through that. And like when I went through that, and like when I had this experience, and when you know I get this, after the day after that I had this heart attack, like I thought that like it's just like something in my digestive system was like playing with me, and I went to the hospital, they add me oxygen, stuff like that. So the day before that I discovered that I was doing a heart attack, the previous day, so my cardiologist told me at that time, she told me to do like a blood strip. Hey Tommy, cutie, what up? Good morning. So she told me, to check with my bloodstream and stuff like that. So when she told me, if you discover that this is like positive, you need to go to the hospital and do the surgery. So when I did the surgery, and when I went through all of that process, I was like wondering, so I was also saying like, what's the point of like all the time being serious, and like eating healthy and doing all of those stuff. I was, before I had this heart attack, I was like saying to myself, I need to chill, I need to have fun, I need to do this and that. And after I had this heart attack, I was like, wow, even if I don't want to like to even if like I don't want it to live longer, still like I'm gonna suffer if I'm not taking care of my health. I'm just gonna suffer because like it's not just about me like living longer. It's about me now not suffering and going through all of those, you know, bad situations, stuff like that. So it is crazy. Like at the same time, me too. Like I was like, oh, because like in 2020, like I was like going after it like crazy. Like even in my training was extreme, everything was extreme. Like if I was going to run, I was like running like a lot. I was running like 2 hours. It was crazy, like because like I was like listening to motivational speeches, like all of those stuff. Like I was reading books, like I was not giving enough sleep, stuff like that. And like after that, like from getting a lot serious, my daughter noticed that, like, yo, dad, like you need to chill and we need to have fun at the same time. And it hurted me because like I wanted to change for my daughter. I wanted to do all of that change for my daughter. And like I found out that on that process of me like trying, to change for my daughter and to be like a good person and a good role model. I found out that like I was like screwing up, the fun that was going with like with me and her, like, as like, as her parent, because we need to have fun. We need to be happy. We need, to do this and that. So like, man, like at the time, like I was saying, like balance, balance, balance. I found out that like life is all about balance. Balance, like, balancing between having fun, balancing between, between like, no, no, it's not my son, don't worry. No, it's it's my cousin. She's like having, she catch it cold, and she's like that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Timothy. So like I found out that, like, finding balance between, taking care of yourself, getting after it, and yeah, like not losing time, having fun, and not focusing like a lot on, like, being perfect. Also, like when you take life too seriously, you get, you get to to be like to be not the person that's like is not cool anymore, the person who like nobody wanted to stick around with. And at the same time, when you don't take a lot, life seriously, and they gonna take that you are lazy. And so it is crazy, like balance between all of those stuff. Yeah, hope so, Timothy. Hope so. Thank you so much, Timothy. Thank you so much. And how about you? Like, how was your day? Tell me, how are you doing? Tell me. Tell me you are not at all on IG. You are not at all on IG. You exist just here on YouTube. I'm happy that you exist just here. Hey, Apin, 95. General Mugab. Êtes-vous Marocain? No, I'm not from Morocco, but like Morocco are our neighbor, so I'm Algerian. Yeah, my sister, I'm talking from Algeria. Algeria, it's in the north of Africa. It's between Morocco and Tunisia. It's in the middle. It's in all the north. Spain is not like far from us. It's like, it's the nearest country, like Europe country. Especially me city, the city of Oran. We are like so, so, so close. I'm doing great. Like I was having a heart attack like 2 years ago, and now I'm doing good because like I quitted like smoking because like I was smoking for 18 years. So that was like the outcome. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Like I see me like that. I just like woke up Like, I have like some free time because like I'm working, I'm night shifting because like I'm a pastry chef, so some days, I'm working night day, so nighttime, I'm sorry, nighttime, so I don't sleep, so I'm preparing cake, stuff like that, so that's why, and yeah, parenting also make you like staying late night, because like even if your son like don't want to go to sleep, you don't gonna forcing him. Like a lot of technique I used them, I shut the light, I took the phone from him, I did a lot of stuff, and still I tried to tired him, with like walking stuff like that. So yeah, it's challenging, challenging, and I'm a single father, I'm a single father. I'm single fathering, like from my 20, I'm 37. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that. That's beautiful, Appen. Where are you from, Appen? Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. No, he has like a good immune system. He has it. He just has it. He never catch it that like from another human being. Even like the daughter of my sister. Yeah, he has like a good immune system. Nagaland. Oh, it's in the northeast of India. Okay, okay. Nice to meet you, Aben. Nice to meet you. And you seem like very, very beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people, from India here, they are coming all the time, from India, and yeah, we had a lot of them. And nice to meet you. So, me, I'm a pastry chef and I'm a content creator here and on other platform, like just TikTok and yeah, some like IG creation. But like I'm a lot here, I'm creating more here than any other platform. So yeah, I'm still on that process. This channel is not like that old. It's like I created the channel like 9 months ago. 9 months. Yeah, 9 months. 9 months ago. Yeah. So yeah, still on that process. Getting after it, trying every day to be like better than yesterday in terms of content creation, even here, like because like sometimes I'm going harder on live stream, and sometimes I'm slowing down. I don't know, like, yeah, the perfect space, I don't know, like, between parenting, between working, between all of those stuff. So yeah, it's quite a little bit challenging. Oh, you tell me you bring that. You tell me you bring that. Ipo i izlačio. Don't know. You bring that. I don't. What's that? You tell me, Rajput. Rajput. It seems Indian also. Seems Indian. Don't know, bro. You tell me, bro. Quite a little bit messy, but like. Assalamu alaikum. Unknown. How are you doing, bro?